A good visual representation of this is phosphites. There are two different, most phosphites on the market, and I'm actually using both of our phosphites. One's Actifos, one's 38 Special. So I'm going to put a little bit of Actifos in here, which is kind of what we would call market standard. Most phosphites are highly attractive to nutrients. They really want to bind with nutrients. And so we see this activity where we get binding and ultimately settling out of micronutrients. So I'm going to put some micronutrient in there. Kind of see that? So that's the standard, if you will. That's our Actifos. Most people don't throw their own products under the bench sometimes, but I guess I'll do it. So that's pretty snotty in there, right? That's physical incompatibility, and what's happening is the phosphite is negatively charged, micronutrients are positively charged, and they're binding and settling out immediately, okay? So one thing we've tried to do, and one thing a lot of companies try to do, is they do things like special chelates in their phosphites and other types of binders, if you will, of whether it's fungicides or what have you, so that you don't get that physical incompatibility. So there it is with the 38 Special. You see a lot less. You still see some, right? It's not 100% foolproof, but you see a lot less of that binding and that crazy snot because that chemical is chelated versus the Actifos phosphite is not chelated. So that's just kind of a difference that you can get when you start playing with these formulations and you start protecting them. Done a lot with fungicides, herbicides, insecticides, done with a wide variety of different chemicals. But that's just kind of a watch out as to what can happen. And phosphites with micronutrients is a huge potential compatibility issue. That's kind of why we chelated that 38 Special, this one, so that you didn't get the settling out versus this phosphite, which does not look very appetizing. Oh man, light's too bright, Rob. There you go. You can kind of see it settled out there in the bottom.